yeah, it's not in the best shape. A lot of cosmetic stuff. Basically, the whole thing needs to be repainted. So, yeah, hop out. We can inspect things. Are you... Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And that was a very low car to hide behind, but very, very worth it because I've been after a hoopty like this for many years. Basically, I had given up. The Lotus Elise is an amazing machine. You get sort of buggy supercar looks, but extremely lightweight. Only 2,000 pounds, like a go-kart, about 1,000 pounds less than a Porsche Boxster, but you get this lovely British sports car as far as the chassis, but the reliability of a Toyota engine in the back. And Doug DeMuro had one. He wrote an article saying Lotus Elises, you could own them for free basically, because they are $30,000 no matter what. Low mileage, high mileage, wrecked, not wrecked. They always seem to bring about the same amount of money, but that's not the case anymore. Prices went way up for low mileage, nice examples, and a rising tide floats all boats, so I never thought I would find a cheap hoopty version until this one showed up in my email inbox. A viewer said he was selling it, he got a new Lotus, and was wondering if I was interested in a salvage title, badly painted, high mileage example. And I was like, yeah, even though the timing was terrible financially. So I put in an offer at $20,000 and he eventually accepted. So I was so excited to have finally found my hoopty Lotus Elise, which is most certainly the cheapest running and driving Lotus Elise in the USA for a very good reason. From a distance, maybe in this intro, it looks nice, but then when you get up close, oh my, she's a hoopty and she's all mine, and I love it. Now, there are a lot of salvage title Lotus Elises out there, and that's because of the way the body is set up, and Lotus wasn't providing very good support when the cars got damaged. So a minor thing would total out the entire car, and that's because it has a front and rear clamshell. So this is all one piece in the back and all one piece in the front. In the case of this one, it got hit really light in the rear, not enough to cause any frame damage, but this cosmetic piece was damaged and couldn't be replaced, so it got totaled out. But then you could buy this car at a salvage auction, wait for one that got hit in the front, get the rear clamshell, and boom, you have a car again, which is the case with this one. So from the factory, it was a laser blue car, but in the rear, the clam was originally ruby red, and you can see in certain places, like right here, there's the ruby red, and it looks like they painted the entire car and decided to paint it as terribly as possible. This might be the worst paint job I have ever seen because the runs, the orange peel, it really does have it all, and then picked up a bunch of damage along the way. So once again, tapped this clamshell here, so that's damaged. It can be repaired. A lot of little nicks. But then you keep going around, and this door goes in a little too far, so the panel fitment's a little weird here, and it's definitely rubbing on the door. You keep going, and they've hit everything they could in the lower part here of the front clam, so this is all just totally scraped to heck. It's just unbelievable. Rock chipped to oblivion, and then it has the weirdest paint runs ever right here. Why, I don't know. And then the smoked headlights are getting pimply. But also the side view mirrors, they're sprouting leprosy. And then these seals, they're getting all wavy and weird. Things are chipping up as you put on the roof as well. There's just so much hoopty. Aftermarket wheels. So things look very hoopty there. A crack developing right here, chipped off. I mean, it's just unbelievable how beat this Lotus looks. And if it was an older generation Lotus, it would most definitely be in the junkyard right now with all of the abuse also adding up mechanically, because Lotus used to mean lots of trouble, usually serious, the joke, when there were British engines in them and a lot of upkeep. But the Elise, at least the second generation that came to the United States, got a Toyota Performance engine with a hot head and cam from Yamaha, making this thing very rev happy, and 190 horsepower, which in a 2,000 pound car, that is very, very good. The later Lotuses have Toyota engines, but they're not the racy ones like this, so they're not quite as fun. But you can see in here it's dusty, but everything looks pretty good. We'll check on it more with the Car Wizard later, but the bonnet, it's very loose. That is not inspiring confidence, and I don't think it locks anymore either. There's no hood release. You're supposed to just put the key in here, it unlocks and you get into your engine, but this one's hanging on for dear life. I mean, look at that hinge. So yeah, the fiberglass is showing its age, and there's more of that ruby red from the rear clam back here. She's definitely a hoopty. It should have a Lotus badge on the back or the letters. That is long gone. But I knew what I was getting into, and I definitely can't complain for $20,000 getting a Lotus Elise that runs and drives, and actually runs and drives really well. So when it showed up, it had the soft top on it, which comes off really easy, but getting inside of it with the top on is darn near impossible. The amount of yoga to get in this thing, it's ridiculous. So I am pretty much on the ground like a go-kart, and the seats, even though there's not very much cushioning and it is fixed, it is decently comfortable. And this one does have the touring pack, which sounds fancy, but it's not a lot. Just carpet panels right here, a bit more sound insulation, and you got a little storage pouch. That's it. That's the touring pack. This one has an upgraded stereo, but they did originally come with Kenwoods, I believe. They didn't develop their own stereo system for these, so they started with the aftermarket. But very nice as far as the metal feeling of the climate control here, and you do have air conditioning. And interior-wise, yeah, it is very basic, and there is some hard plastics here and there, but the quality isn't too bad, especially for the price. This new $42,000, the base price, which I guess it's a lot of money, but it's a Lotus exotic mid-engine sports car. And there wasn't anything else in 2005 that offered this level of driving experience that wasn't like some exoskeleton thing. So interesting, the ignition, you turn the key, but that doesn't do anything because there's a start button over here. That starts her up, and we have no warning lights except for an airbag light and 59,000 miles. So not the lowest mileage, but not the highest mileage either. And even though I'm a pretty tall guy, my head is actually below the windshield, so I do kind of fit in this thing. I don't look that ridiculous. It's very funny with the tachometer because it almost completely ignores the first 3 grand of the tachometer, because most people will be driving it up in the higher RPM, which it does have that red line light, which gets higher as the engine warms up, because this thing is very, very rev happy and very fun. In 2005, there was nothing that offered a more fun driving experience than this, and that's why I am so happy to get one. But we have seen with hoopties that buying them very, very cheaply doesn't mean I get to own them cheaply. So when I get up to the car wizards, if there's a lot that needs to be done, I'm gonna be upside down very, very quickly, unfortunately, because the Cosmetics, this is never going to be a car that's worth very much. Even if I went and repainted it, then I'm $30-something thousand into it, and the law of Lotuses would still apply. I've been running a little e-commerce operation with my merch for several years with ShipStation, the sponsor of today's video, and I'm sure most of you know customer reviews have an enormous impact on your business. It's the first thing I look for when I buy something, and if I see complaints about slow delivery, difficult returns, or poor communication, I'm probably not going to buy it. I skipped buying parts from an online store most recently for my van for this very reason, even though their price was a little bit lower. I just don't want to worry about waiting for weeks for a part just to save $5 or $10, so I always check the reviews before and look for a high rating. With so much competition online, the best way to win is to have scalable features at your disposal to help ensure accuracy. Also, your orders are getting out the door fast, and the experience wows your customer. And the best way to level up your business is with ShipStation. ShipStation goes beyond just shipping labels, it's order fulfillment excellence. With my merch, everything gets out the door so much more quickly with ShipStation. My customer is given regular updates on tracking automatically, and any issues are so easy to deal with instantly. The speed and ease of ShipStation is just so impressive, but they also save me so much money because ShipStation compares over 200 carriers, making sure you have the best rates up to 90% off. So there's a reason why successful businesses use ShipStation, since it scales up with your business, saves so much money, and helps turn shoppers into loyal customers. That ability to help deliver a 5-star customer experience with the reviews to match is why 98% of customers that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. So wow your customers and get rave reviews with cheaper, faster, and better shipping. Upgrade to ShipStation today and get a 60-day free trial at shipstation.com/hoovies. There's no credit card or contract required, and you can cancel at any time. That's shipstation.com/hoovies. All right, out we go, and it is a buzzy little engine, but it really wakes up above 6,000 RPM. Woohoo! So like everybody says about the Lotus Elise, it handles like a go-kart. It is so much fun. You are so low to the ground. There's really Nothing like it except for maybe an Ariel Atom or something with an exoskeleton. Nothing like a Lotus Elise. Now, 190 horsepower is plenty. Woo! I know it's not a Honda, but just like VTEC, it wakes up at the high RPM and just starts pulling you back almost like it has a turbo, and it makes it so much fun. And other than the airbag light and something buzzing in the back like a vibration, it might be the hatch hinge itself. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The suspension feels good, brakes feel fine. I did drive it at night when I first got it and turn on the headlights, and since they're smoked out, they are atrocious. It is so bad. One thing I can't get used to is this itty bitty steering wheel. It is so small. My hand is not that big, but it's just so cute. Everything about this, so cute. Hopefully the car wizard agrees and he wants to do some cute fixes to this thing. Okay, up we go. A little jet propulsion there. Woo! Wizard.
Elise.
A 2005 Lotus Elise.
Man, that thing is tiny.
Yeah, hop in. It probably fits you like a glove.
Maybe if it doesn't fit it, you know, you must have quit.
Oh, you think it's going to be like an OJ glove?
Yeah.
Well, you can't use the windshield to get yourself in because if you put weight on this, it can tweak it and crack the windshield. So you have to sort of, you're doing it wrong, but yeah. I don't, you did everything wrong there. Yeah. Now you're in. 6-speed manual, Toyota 4-cylinder behind you. Look at the itty bitty steering wheel. Isn't that cute?
It's so cute. It's like, what is it, a 10 or 12 inch steering wheel?
So this one was the cheapest in the USA for $20,000, which is like half what they normally go for nowadays. But it wasn't an accident. It has almost 70,000 miles. The clutch is, it's a little bit iffy. I'm curious what you're going to quote me out on that. And it's, yeah, it's not in the best shape. A lot of cosmetic stuff. Basically, the whole thing needs to be repainted. So, yeah, hop out. We can inspect things. Are you... You all right?
Is that how you're supposed to get out?
No, it's not.
No?
No, I think there was a clip of like Johnny Cash getting out of his Ferrari that was just like
I did my stretching for the day.
So, not the car for you, I take it,
Definitely not, no.
You don't want to trade pink slips with the R8?
No, not even on the best day, no.
Because the R8's much more luxurious, but this is much more of a very fun go-kart. Although, yeah, this one is pretty rough. So this rear clam has been replaced because it was hit in the back at one point. It used to be red, but one of the big issues is this should lock. It doesn't lock, and it's...
That's like a Fisher-Price toy or something.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see how the hinge is
come
apart there. It's loose.
Very nice, yeah.
But you have a little frunk, and you have a Toyota 4-cylinder. It's sort of the Hot Boy version with the Yamaha head on it, and yeah.
Is that a 2ZZ?
I think so.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I'm accidentally pushing it. It's so easy to push because it's only 2,000 pounds.
That's... When you have a small engine, you think it doesn't have much power, but there's not much weight either.
Right. Well, it is cosmetically challenged, and the clutch is a little iffy. Airbag light's on, so you can pull the codes on that later and tell me what you think it is. But I'm curious if there's anything else, because on the outside, she looks pretty rough. When you see these tinted headlights...
Yeah, that's baller status right there.
It's, you know the car hasn't been taken care of very well.
Oh, you know it hasn't. That was This was priority. The maintenance was not.
Right. So I don't know if this is a film or paint. It would be nice if that went away, because
we can use a heat gun or something.
The headlight visibility with those is it's terrible.
Yeah, I know it is.
But I'm curious if you'll find anything else. If you want to hop in, you can drive it up to the lift if you want, and we can put it up.
I think I'll let you do that.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to do it again?
No, I don't want to do that again.
Okay. We're on the Angry Dinosaur lift.
It's moaning like a bronchiosaurus.
Or a lady of the night with bronchitis.
It could be that too.
Yeah, she's a scruffy one.
She
is. I was wondering if it was yellow before, but I don't...
It's like a primer coat or something.
Maybe?
Maybe it was a yellow front end at some point. I don't know, but I also know that it could be also primer coat. You can see this orange glue. This is very common for Aston Martins and Lotuses and a lot of English. They're bonded together.
Yeah, so bonded aluminum as far as the chassis.
They do have where here a jack point would be, you can see.
Oh, nice. But it's probably just air conditioning?
Yeah.
Pee-pee? Okay.
Let's taste the pee-pee here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just water.
Clean water?
Yep.
So you have a jack point there, just know by a sticker.
Yep, and the one there. The brakes. That's got a lot of life left on the brakes.
Nice.
Shock's not blown out.
Yeah, it looked like they've been replaced, at least the front shocks, huh?
Yeah, the fronts have been. Sway bar links are good.
Look at
Brakes
the
are
little
good.
itty-bitty link.
The little baby.
Yeah.
All right.
And the brakes, they do a great job of stopping, but they're not very big either. They don't need to be. But nothing to see here.
No. It's like a snare drum.
I suppose, but your butt is like a millimeter above this tray right here.
It is.
Yeah. But,
Scraping along the ground.
oh, nice zip tie there.
Yeah, they held it on with a zip tie.
So we're missing a bolt because that has kind of sheared off.
They broke the bolt off in it. You can see it in there.
Oh, yeah, bummer. Okay,
We can probably drill that out.
that would be nice.
I don't feel anything wet in the hole.
That's a shame. Well, it's bad news, good news. I mean,
Yeah. This is a little banged up here. It looks like someone put a jack here and tried to lift the car.
really?
You can see it's like the... That's not good.
Well, I was told by the seller it was hit in the rear, so they replaced the back clam, and the clam used to be red. You can see some of it coming through, but I feel like they did a good job as far as painting it, and the paint's just sort of come off from...
You can see back here there's some pinkish red color.
Oh, yep, sure enough. Okay.
Definitely oil here.
Oh, is that a different car?
Yeah, it was from another car.
Okay. And the exhaust is pretty cool how it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
What in the heck happened here? What in the...
What is that? It's like a perfect so there's something up in there. It's rattled through it, vibration.
It's cutting away at... So there is a vibration when you're driving. It's kind of an annoying metal vibration that I feel like might be the hood as far as that hinge right behind my head.
Yeah.
But I would love if we looked for rattles.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't see a whole lot wrong though, other than I did see over here possibly a blown out strut or shock. Yep, right in here. See the oil?
Yep.
Yeah, that shock's blown out.
How's the other one?
That
Yeah.
one's still good. Brakes are like brand new in the back. The boots are good.
Okay. So rear shocks.
Mm-hmm.
Fronts look like they've been done.
Yep.
But otherwise, not a disaster.
No, and a clutch. I could hear when you're getting onto the lift, that clutch is starting to slip.
Yeah, I'm curious what you're going to quote me out on that one.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Oh, office. Yeah, the clutch needs to be like under $2,000 because by the time I paint this, then I'm 25 into it. And that's probably all that it's worth. Danielson, it's not a Ferrari. It's not a Ferrari. Why are you hugging it?
I almost bought one of these back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, when they were cheap.
Okay. Well, this one was $20,000, but salvage title and... Yeah, oh, I don't want my foot cut off by this thing. Yeah. Yeah, she's a little rough.
So you said you're doing the clutch, right? So you're leaving it here for about 6 months? That's how long it'll take me to get the job done.
Why?
I just got to do it right.
I think he wants some joyride.
Oh, I see. I got you. Well, we'll see what the wizard says on the clutch, because if it's too high, I might just punt. No, I'm not giving you another car. No. Daniel, don't get too weird with that thing. Anyway, Wizard, you shopping?
Yeah, I found this really nice Top Gun IWC
Whoa.
9400.
$9,400.
They have it on discount though. It's $89.30 with their 5% off.
That's about half of what I paid for the Lotus. So we're not doing that. If you found $10,000 worth of stuff to do, we're not. I'm punting the car.
Well, it'll help to buy it anyway.
Oh, okay. So what's the story?
So on the clutch, it's about a 10-hour job,
Yeah.
and all the clutch parts between all what we'll need $500 to $750 range. So $2,500 for a clutch.
Ah.
Not bad, huh?
Well, I was hoping it was going to be 2,000 or less. So that's there's still more to do, right?
Yes. Then we got the rear shocks. We can get new ones, but it'll be a lot more labor. So it'll be $1,700 for both rear.
Oh.
But if there's good used ones with a warranty, I could do $1,000 The shocks are cheaper, and the labor is just unbolt and bolt back on. I don't have to disassemble the springs.
Well, if we do this, it'd be used for sure. Okay. Yeah.
Since it's an English car, we're going to reattach the rear bonnet. It's not a hood.
Okay.
$250 just to fabricate it up and get the latch working and everything. So.
Sounds good. All right.
Fix all the rattles, go through the whole car, probably $350 to go front to back, all the rattling sheet metal, drill out some broken bolts. And
this is adding up.
the airbag, that's going to take some time. I'm going to have to dig in and figure out what's going on with that.
Okay.
And then the chiropractor bill is $150. It's not too bad.
Wait.
Yeah.
Just for what?
Well, I fell out of that thing. I threw my back out just about.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm going to need to go to the chiropractor.
You're fine. Okay, that's the hazard. That's what you have insurance for. It's the hazard. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Whatever. So grand total, what are you thinking?
Well, if we're doing the used shocks, it's going to be $4,500.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot because it's probably only worth like 25, 27.
Mm-hmm.
Fixed with like new paint and all that stuff, being salvage title. So I'd be upside down. Not like Evo upside down or some of the others like the Hellcat Challenger upside down, but still I'd be in a hole for sure.
Definitely. A Lotus is not a car to pick for cheap repairs.
No.
For sure.
Well, if you could dive into what the airbag is, and if it's something easy, then we might go into it. If it's like a $2,000 module or something crazy, then I'll just sell it as is probably. There'll be plenty of people that want a Lotus project, I would hope. So
okay, so I'll figure that out before we order any parts or do anything.
Yeah, that would be good. All right. Another one. Here we go. I mean, $20,000. It was really, really cheap for one of those. Really, really cheap, but that's how it ends up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.